Hi, I'm good, and it's actually AaronDobbe.
AalTTP. I'm terrible with names sometimes, I swear to God. Hey. Anyway, we are underway. Let's get this started here. Starting off the Link's chest, 300 rupees right off the bat. That's actually going to come in handy.
So, early bottle vendor, maybe early Zora. That'd be nice.
That would be very nice. And they're going right to the sanctuary, and they find 10 arrows in there. So not a terrible start, not the best, but 300 rupees, like you said, early bottle vendor. Check a couple other places, maybe even get some bombs if they don't find any along the way. So that's a good start.
And both of them are starting the exact same way. There's like a handful of starting set people choose, but I see a lot of people do this one. I mean, I do this myself.
Yeah, it does make sense. Get an early lumberjack check and get the tree pull so they can get some bombs in there. Only finding some hearts in there this time. But getting those bombs early or getting some bombs early is always nice. And of course, yeah, get that lumberjack. Oh, there we go. The hoarder dropping some bombs for him. So that saves them a little trouble. Yeah. And of course, getting that early lumberjack checks lets them know whether or not they're going to have to do boots and aga. So let's see if that's the case today.
Yeah, it's not as many items as other startings, but it definitely gets you checking the tree, checking the hoarder, checking the lumberjack.
And of course, it leads you right into the forest to get a couple other checks as well.
Mm-hmm. It's more of a chance to get bombs before having to go to Kakariko.
Yeah, this is the route I usually see a lot of runners take. So not much in the lumberjack. Forest only giving a piece of heart. AalTTP is going to go for it, while Panda is going to go check in the cave there and finds more bombs.
Nice. So they're all ready for Kakariko and any other adventures they need.
Yeah, that makes it, and that's going to save them some money too. So that means they can start saving up for Zora. So not a bad start here. Let's see if Kakariko's the payoff.
Now, I don't think I've ever counted exactly how many items are in Kakariko alone, but it is a bunch.
Yeah, there's at least 5 items in Blind's hut. I believe there's 5 more in the well. Plus, you've got the bottle vendor. You've got the sick kid if you find a bottle. You've got the tavern. Got a couple other places here. So let's see what's in Blind's hut today. Starting off, we've got more 300 rupees. Well, there's your Zora money.
There's your Zora money. And your bottle vendor.
Yeah, you got all that covered already. So nothing but arrows and arrow upgrades there in the main area. Let's see what the back room holds for us. And it is just another piece of heart.
Not too bad to have the hearts early, especially if you don't get any mail upgrades.
Yeah, you want to make sure you have plenty of health, just in case some of those later bosses, they can take a lot of it away from you. So it's always nice to have that ahead of time. But now they're heading off to the well.
It's not even the bosses I hurt that much. It's like accidentally running into the little enemies that do a full heart of damage to you that you don't pay much mind to.
That's also very true. There's a lot of enemies that will take your health down fast if you're not careful. Let's see, bomb upgrade from back room of the well. Let's got 3 more chests here. Let's see what we get. We got heart container. Always nice. Another heart container. And fire rod.
Fire rod. Nice. Nice early weapon if they can find the magic.
That's true. If they find half magic early, that'll be really nice for them. And shield from the bottle vendor. Well, not a complete ripoff.
Oh, we got green in was it Hera? I didn't. So fast.
Green in Tower of Hera. We've got Crystal 6. I think was in Eastern.
And
5 and 6. All wow, lamp.
Wow.
From the Chicken Shack. So they've got both their fire sources now.
Nope, not going to be doing any dark rooms this time.
Yeah. So interestingly, both the Fat Fairy crystals and the green pendant are all on the light world. That is an interesting setup. I've never seen that before. Okay, so now Panda is going to get some more bombs from the shop. I really don't understand.
I don't know. I guess since he had a bomb upgrade, wanted to fill up and use them as his main source of weapons.
No, I guess it's a good idea to set that up. You never know, but still, he had a pretty good amount of bombs already. I don't think he needed much more.
Not much in the library. Oh, and a missile was that race game.
Yeah, so both our runners going to go for that. Yeah, we're getting a lot of synchronicity from these guys early on. That's wonder how long that's going to last.
Yeah, once it starts opening up, it'll definitely change. But this is a fully popular early route.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the items seem to be guiding them in the same directions anyway. But with the Book of Medora, that opens up a few possibilities. It looks like now they're going to check the South Shore. So obviously we've got the dam to check out. And of course we've got the mini Moldorm Cave. But it's going to be tricky without any magic. Oh, actually, no. We finally get our diversions. Panda is heading to Eastern.
Interesting. Unless he finds the bow somewhere in these 6 items, won't be able to complete it. But with the lamp, won't have any sequence breaks.
That is true. But nonetheless, and it's still possible for the bow to be there. Hell, I was just watching a run just a little bit ago where the bow was in its vanilla location, so you never know.
Wow.
And we got Quake, $20, and bombs from Sarhasala's hut.
It's always interesting to have a medallion early because you're like, don't need it for anything, but eventually I might.
That ends up being one of the required medallions for Turtle Rock or Misery Mire. It's nice to have that ahead of time. See, Aaron now checking the mini Moldorm Cave. Nicely done with that first bomb, taking out 2 of those Moldorms, but having a little trouble with the rest.
Yeah, this is the earliest place that I die constantly because these guys do a full. Oh, he didn't have enough bombs. Wow.
Yeah, he ran out of bombs. Couldn't enter the cave. Hope he's gonna have to come back there eventually. Hopefully it doesn't lose. Hopefully there wasn't anything important there, but nonetheless, he's gonna head over to Ice Rod Cave while Panda's making the play on Eastern Palace now, and finds the map early on. So we're gonna have to dig a little deeper to find anything.
Yeah, Aaron deciding to keep his last bomb for Ice Rod. Maybe I don't know what to do after that. He could fake flipper up to just to get closer to Zora. Gotta be careful around these crabs. They hurt. They do 2 full hearts of damage with green mail.
Oh, and taking a death. There he goes.
That is the danger. Panda getting the big key and also the hidden skull pot, which has a heart underneath it, that bridge that I always forget is there.
I think a lot of people do. I don't think a lot of people even realize there was a hidden pot hiding under there. So
You're right.
All right, so Aaron now heading to Uncle. Gonna probably check the rest of his escape while he's there too. So I'm surprised no one's checked that yet.
Possible. Depends on what he gets. If he gets more magic than just the 2 magic pots there, he might. But having to deal with those scars is a little tough.
Especially when you don't have a weapon yet, and he's out of bombs, so yeah, he's got nothing. Only finding $20 in the chest. So not much going on there. Let's see what Panda finds in the big chest in Eastern, and it's the dust boots.
Already, wow, nice.
What are those? Wow, So it looks like Panda making the right play here, getting the boots. That's going to make him work a lot quicker now.
Mm-hmm.
So nice find there for Aaron, for Panda.
Definitely better that he didn't go to the desert first in case any of it's locked by boots. Won't be able to complete it without the power gloves, but definitely trying to get the items there. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, Yep, and thanks to the lamp, he can check these dark rooms, and it's not a sequence break, thankfully. Sometimes I've seen a lot of people do these dark rooms without a lamp. But let's see if the big key room has anything for him here. Gonna do the damage boost off the tentacles, and finds Moon Pearl.
Holy crap! Eastern is the right play.
Definitely, because Escape's not showing anything either. Aaron only finding $5 in that chest there. So yeah, advantage going to Panda this early on.
Mm-hmm. I want to say this is actually the earliest I've ever seen the lamp in a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't happen as often as it used to, so I definitely can agree with you there. But it's always nice to have that early. Aaron now getting a full magic there from that guard.
Oh,
nice
nice
drop when he needs it, because he needs a weapon. And blue mail.
Definitely good to have protective. It was really good. I think that was actually his last fire rod when he charged when he got that. So that was perfect.
Yeah, timing could not have been better, because he's going to need it, especially coming up here, going downstairs. I believe the fire rod can one-shot the ball and chain guard, so that'll make it real easy. And it looks like he's going to try to set up a death warp here, because he's leaving the other guard alive. We'll see. And let's see what's inside Zelda's treasure chest here. Just $20.
Aw. Now while Aaron's trying to die, Panda is going into Mini Moldorm. Those extra bombs proving useful that he bought.
And one of the Moldorms dropped some magic, so if all else fails, he's got his fire up, but it doesn't look like he needs it. So let's see what Aaron missed earlier. We've got bombs, we've got a piece of heart, fire shield, 5-arrow upgrade, and $20. So maybe Aaron was actually lucky not passing that up, because the only thing was the fire shield.
It's definitely gonna be in the back of his mind for a while, but he doesn't need to come back here immediately.
Aaron now working on the back end of Escape. He's going to need to find at least one more bomb before he gets to the back end, because he does not have the boots, so he needs a bomb to blow up that one room there. Finding heart container.
And he doesn't have the small key.
Yep, small key's probably in the back end, so he's going to have to save and quit, but not finding too much. Again, looks like the advantage is on Panda right now, finding the boots and the Moon Pearl. Now, with this, he could technically go in and clear out Desert Palace, which might be where the logic is sending him at this point.
He still needs the gloves to pick up the rocks around Lionel's entrance.
That is true. But it's definitely leaning that way at this point. If they find the gloves anywhere, then I would almost certainly guess that's where it wants them to go. But we'll see how it plays out. Now, what is Aaron doing here? Oh, I think he's getting some more bombs. And
yeah.
The bombs dropped in front of the lumberjacks. He can't get to it. That's terrible.
He definitely wants to save money, it looks like.
Don't entirely blame him, so let's hopefully it doesn't cost him too much time. And there he goes. Now he's getting the bombs he needs. And now that he's got some magic, he might go back to the Mini Moldorm cave and probably use his fire rod. It looks like that's where he's going.
Mm-hmm. Out for revenge.
Yeah, I think at this point it's a pride thing, you know?
Definitely not something you want to... Even if it does end up being nothing, it's 5 items in one single spot. Your mind just goes, I need to check it. There has to be something.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of those places. Like if you know that there's 5 potential items there, you're not gonna pass that up, even if it turns out to be complete garbage. Having the knowledge that the potential there is just too much to pass up. So round 2 for the Moldorms, and he's off to a decent start so far, but it looks like, yep, he's busting out the fire rod. He's not risking it this time.
Yep. The fire rod. I'm unfamiliar of how many enemies either are impervious to it or don't immediately die to it. It's just so useful.
Yeah. So he's gonna pick up his fire shield now. So now the question is, where do they go next? Obviously, for Aaron, the obvious play would be go to Eastern at this point because he hasn't been there yet, and we know what's waiting for him. But once Panda finishes up Escape, where does he go?
Probably to Desert. There's three items there with the Gina's Cave.
Yeah, that would probably be the right play to make. Like I said, the logic seems to be sending them to Eastern. For those who are unfamiliar with the randomizer, basically the version 26 logic is designed to favor items in dungeons, and usually the items you find early on tend to lead you towards certain dungeons. So the fact that we've seen the boots, both fire sources, the lamp and fire rod, and the Book of Medora, kind of lead me to believe that's where they're going next.
Yep.
The only thing we're missing... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, with the... If Panda fake flippers with the Moon Pearl, he could get both the Waterfall Fairies 2 chests and the Check It Zora. But otherwise, those are both sequence breaks because we currently cannot get to Zora.
Exactly. So it's not where the logic wants them to go, but it's something they can check if they want. And you never know. That might send them off in different directions. Aaron now looks like he's on his way to Eastern, so you know what he's going to be finding there. Panda works his way through Escape like we saw earlier and stopping at the same point because he can't go any further. So
it's definitely bottlenecking them off.
It definitely is. Yeah, this has been a very linear seed thus far, even though we haven't quite seen how linear it is. But that's the feeling I'm getting from this. It's got a certain place it wants them to go. And yeah, as the chat points out, there's always the potential for Vanilla Glove. So, but, there's something we forgot to check. The Bonk Cave.
Ah, yeah, the oft-overlooked Bonk Rocks.
And didn't pay off this time, though.
Aw. So I wonder if either of them are going to start trying to sequence break, because following the logic, how it wants you to go, I've seen it both pay off and also kind of screw them over.
Indeed, and Panda is got his book. He's going through the forest. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're getting a pedestal check.
Nice and early. You know what you're up against.
Oh, this should be interesting. If this ends up being a pedestal seed, there's going to be some serious hype in chat. Picking up that heart piece along the way since it's right there. I know I'm feeling the hype, guys. I don't know. I think I get the feeling we're going to see something here.
God, it's so early. I don't even know what to jinx to put on there.
Let's see. Oh, just couch cash.
Oh man.
The hype is dead. But at least now he knows he doesn't have to worry about pendant dungeons as much. Though he's still probably going to end up having to check them because, like we said before, there's always a good chance there's items hiding even in pendant dungeons. So definitely, at least knowing he doesn't have to full clear those dungeons probably puts his mind at a little bit of ease.
Yeah, as long as you're counting and make sure that the boss doesn't have an item, and it's not the green pendant, no reason to full clear them.
Now Panda heading up to Agata's cave here. Like we said, this is probably where they want to go. Let's see what this old man's hiding here in his back closet. And meanwhile, Aaron now going through Eastern, going to be picking up his boots here in just a sec. $20 from Agata's cave. Not quite what he was hoping for, I'm sure.
So what we need to see here in Desert is either, I don't know, gloves or cape. Wait, that doesn't, cape and sword would make Aghanim required.
Yep.
Gloves would open up a little bit more.
Yeah, they're probably hoping for gloves at this point because that opens up a lot more areas. Death Mountain opens up and a couple other places, so that's probably what they're counting on finding here. But yeah, if they find both the sword and the cape, it's going to be an Aghanim seed. They don't know. You know, nobody likes the Aghanim seeds.
Yeah, it's rare that it would like lead you that directly. Usually you're like scrambling all over the place to try to find something to make it not Aghanim.
That's almost every runner I see when they start to realize it's potentially an Aghanim seed. You could just see the panic in their play style because they're trying to find anything they can to avoid that fate, even when it's very obvious that's what's happening.
Yeah, I've seen someone spend 10 minutes longer than their opponent just desperately checking spots to not have to do Aghanim.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think I saw that. I think I was there calming that run, so I know. But all right. So Panda finding the big key in Desert already, which is good. And of course, Torch had a small key on it, but they already had the boots, so it's a good thing they got those when they did. So let's see what else the Desert Palace we have. You have to find any major item, any non-dungeon items. There's the compass. So it looks like probably Vanilla Big Key's got an item in the big chest. If not, then it's something. Well, it's gonna be down. We're gonna be locked. So let's see what happens. And we find arrow upgrade.
Wow. Okay, this item's got to be something that unlocks stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be something in that big chest. There's no bones about it. They've got the big key. That's got to be the next place he checks. And it looks like Aaron is now making his way to Desert as well. He's going to check the ledge real quick, finds the validation arrow. I'm willing to bet nobody's going to be getting that, so don't expect any validated runs tonight.
Yep. And what's in the big chest? It's got to be something good.
Got to be something good. Come on, give us something good here. And it's the Power Glove!
All right.
Vanilla Power Glove!
It's super vanilla. They're even same spot.
Yeah.
I saw that in my vanilla run the other day.
Now,
interesting.
Curious why he didn't go to full clear Desert. He's got the Power Glove. He can take on Landless. He has the Fire Rod to attack him. I guess he's just worried he may not have enough. He may run out of magic, so he's not going to make that play.
Maybe. That makes sense.
So instead, he's on his way to Zora, it looks like.
Yep, it's the only place you can get to, logic-wise. Well, except for Death Mountain. And even Death Mountain, you'd only have 2 items.
At least with what they've got now. Aaron picking up his gloves from Desert now. So they're on a very similar path at this point, though. It looks like Aaron might decide to make a bigger play, or he's going to check the rest of Desert first. So we'll go see if he decides to stick around and take on Landmolus, or if he's going to run off. So let's see what the fishies are hiding today. Check Zora's ledge while on the way, see what's hiding up there, and then just $5. And that Zora trolling him, blocking his path.
Yeah, Chat has a good point. Aaron probably won't try to defeat Landmolus because even though there are some magic drops, I don't think there's enough to... He's low on magic, so it's not enough to justify trying, I think.
Yeah, understandable.
It just take time.
Yeah, he's heading out of there. Zora only dropping $20 life lessons from the Zora King today.
So,
gotta love it.
Lost Old Man and Spectacle Rock Cave.
Yeah, that seems to be the play.
Oh, Back of Escape. I always forget that when you get the gloves.
Oh yeah, we got the gloves now. We can check the Back of Escape. I got the feeling something big's gonna be hiding in there. There hasn't been much.
Yep, there he goes.
Thanks to the boots, he doesn't have to use a bomb on the wall. So let's see what the Back of Escape holds us for today. It is Riot Shield, small key, and the map.
Wow.
less than half an hour in, already have the the mirror shield. That is unusual. Not the craziest thing I've seen, but still pretty interesting.
And just not much else. It's so weird to be so bottlenecked.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we know even if they did take on Landmolus, he doesn't have anything item-wise. They've already cleared that dungeon item-wise. They don't have a bow, so yeah, I think the only play is to go up to Death Mountain.
Yep. So, okay, so since we've only got 2 items, and there has to be stuff to progress it, what do you think is going to be the items to progress?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because, yeah, I mean, considering what they have thus far...
So there's Hookshot to get to Eastern Death Mountain. There's Mirror to get to Tower of Hera. There's Flippers to get to the Waterfall Ferry?
Yeah, there's not much here. Like, so, and if he doesn't give anything at all, then they're just going to be stuck.
That's the old man leading the old man.
It is interesting. Let's see what he drops off here, and it's Vanilla Mirror.
Oh wow!
What is this even randomized?
2 exact vanilla items so far.
Wow! What is going on here?
Jesus.
Vanilla gloves and vanilla mirror. Again, is this even randomized?
There's still more items they need, but Jesus.
And yeah, in the name of DT in the chat points out, now here's the thing. Even though they can go to Hera, they don't have a sword or a hammer. They can't even fight oh my god, Titan's Miss!
We got Dark World access.
We have Dark World access, folks.
And no sword.
Oh my god. No weapon other than the fire rod. This is getting insane fast.
And Aaron deciding not to get the mitts first?
Oh, he's going to come to regret that later.
Did you look in there?
He didn't check. No, he never grabbed it. He would have went right for it if he knew it was in there. So I think part of him just realized what he forgot.
And also trying to use bombs to hit the crystal switches in Hera, not fun.
No, it is not. So yeah, he's gonna double back and check that cave. He's not even gonna bother looking. He's just gonna say, you know what? I'm pretty sure there's something in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Now, even though they can't access it yet, they could at least check the ether tablet and to see. Oh, we got a Dark World check here. All right, pendants at Pod and Swamp.
Okay, and that leaves the rest to be crystals, just regular ones.
Yep, because we already know the other 2 Fat Fairy crystals are in the Light World, and I think, yep, I called it. Panda gonna check the ether tablet. Let's see what it's hiding. Just couch cash again. This book is becoming very disappointing.
It only led to the power gloves.
Yeah, but it looks like we got another big divergence here. Panda gonna go ahead and check through Tower of Hera, but Aaron is making the play into the Dark World. Probably gonna check.
It's risky with the equipment.
Yeah, it's a risk. I would
I'll
probably
while you're up here, but you know.
Yeah, but all things considered, he might go to Skull Woods because he's got the fire rod. But no, it looks like he's heading down into Village of Outcasts.
Deciding not to do the basement. Interesting. He could have.
Gonna do the chess game. There's a single arrow and 300. Well, he got his money's worth out of it at least. And it looks like Panda didn't find anything, so he's about to follow suit and head into the village, or at least head into the Dark World. Let's see what the bombable hut's got hiding in there.
Yeah, this is where they start following each other around more.
Flippers!
Oh, and I lied, and Panda's going to Skullwoods.
Yeah, Panda's going to Skullwoods. But yeah, Aaron finding the flippers in the bombable hut. Whoa. This is getting interesting. Let's see if the Sea House has anything to hide. Silvers!
Wow.
Village of Outcasts paying off.
Nice.
Now we just need to find a bow to use them with.
So with the flippers, that gets them East Dark World access.
Yep. And looks like
So-
now Aaron's going to head over to the digging game.
Oh! Panda got the first sword.
Hey, we finally got a sword.
Goldwoods pays off again and again and again.
It is a very common place. And yes, DT, I am hype shades because that's how I like to roll. If I'm not hyping things up, nobody's enjoying the commentary. So come on, let's set some hype in here. So digging game not quite paying off for Aaron, and it looks like Panda's going to be checking the back end of Skullwoods here. Well, at least the mid end, I guess you could say. Aaron going for the frog.
Yep. Might as well while you got the mirror. It's right there.
True, but without anything. But that's the only thing he can check right now. That and the purple chest, because he doesn't have any hammers, so he can't do the pig cave, and he doesn't have magic, so he can't do the bat cave.
Mm-hmm. It could be one of those, though.
It could. You never know. That's the beauty of Randomizer. You'd never know.
It could be the worst item ever. Like, mirror at purple chest like I've had before.
And Blacksmith Gang said, thanks for rescuing me. Here, $5 for your trouble. Thanks.
Pay me $10 and I'll give you 5 back.
Yeah. Talk about a ripoff.
Jesus. Oh, and I missed what the item was in Skullwoods.
I don't think it was anything important, unfortunately. I don't see any of the trackers updating, so.
Might have been a
Plus,
key.
if it was anything big, the chat would be hyped up right now.
Okay, it's a key.
Yeah, just a key. All right, so Aaron now going to take the chest on a bit of a tour.
Not continuing on. Something I don't realize a lot because I go to Skullwoods so early. He's got the fire rod. He could have checked the last torch.
Yeah, he could technically full clear it.
Item. Yeah, he could full clear it.
But again, maybe because of how his health and his, even though he's got blue mail, without half magic, it is a tricky thing to do, especially without with a solid weapon there. So instead, he's gonna check the graveyard cave.
Not bad. He can check both the graveyard ledge and King's Tomb.
That's true. That's true. Makes it very easy. But yeah, and only finding $20 in the graveyard.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's the sad part about the randomizer is that you're going to find a lot of red rupees in places you don't want to find them. And I think Aaron's making a play on Hype Cave. Can we actually get some hype this time?
Please, some hype. I've already had a commentator at a race where it was actually hype. Let's have another one.
The more the merrier, I say. So let's see what we got here. Piece of heart from the thief. I did not see what was in the King's Tomb, unfortunately. We got 10 arrows, heart container, red rupee, and another red rupee. Trash cave.
Oh, that was 3 bombs.
Cave.
It was 3 bombs in King's Tomb.
3 bombs in King's Tomb? Okay. Yeah, V26 logic does not seem to like the hype cave anymore.
And there's so many of them with, like, so many items.
All right, let's see what the thief has here for the purple chest. Heart container. All right, so Aaron now looks like he's going to check the Bombo's tablet.
Yep, well, Panda's in Thieves Town now.
And it looks like only 3 bombs there, so not the tablet. Yeah, the book is useless today, folks. That would have been interesting, Plagued One, if we had 3 for 3 on Couch Cash, but at both tablets and pedestal. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so now Aaron actually did check the Lake Hylia Island.
Blind.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual. At least wanted to see what's on there first. But I guess they want to check, and oh, unfortunately, he mirrored in the wrong spot.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't even show the item.
Oh, and I didn't realize this. Apparently, Panda found the bow.
Oh, wow. I found the bow in Thieves Town.
Yeah, wow. I can't believe I missed that. Wow. I need to start paying attention more here. Been so focused on Aaron, we haven't been watching Panda here. That's my bad.
It's easy to get distracted when fun things are happening.
I know, right? That's the excitement of these tournaments, folks. It's sometimes hard even for us to keep track of it.
I definitely know while I've been tracking, I've been going, man, this is a cool race. I'm having so much fun watching it. And chat goes, hey, you missed it. And I'm like, oh, crap, I'm supposed to be doing something, not just enjoying it.
I know, it's hard. Hobo only paying out $20 there, so unfortunately no luck on that run.
But they're still, probably, if not going into pod right away, then doubling up the Pyramid, Catfish, Zora, and Waterfall Fairy.
Yeah, actually, Aaron's heading to the Pyramid.
Yep. It's a long ways around, but it's routing them all together. Make sure you don't waste. Makes it efficient.
Yeah. And I believe that's Vanilla Piece of Heart there. Yeah, it definitely seems like the play Aaron's making is he's heading off to Catfish and then probably going to check Zora and Waterfall Wishing. So it's good routing. There's definitely nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Panda about to be ripped off, paying $10 to get 5 back. They're maybe shinier than the 10 he left with him.
There must be some reason why he's willing to spend $10 on him. I don't know.
Ooh, I'm excited for Catfish. What's it got? What's it got?
Catfish, admittedly not really paying off very often, but every once in a blue moon, it does give you something. So let's see what the Catfish has today. And it is Piece of Heart.
Oh. Not even picking it up.
But unlike Panda, Aaron is going to be able to check the Waterfall and Piece of Heart on one side and Sword on the other.
Nice.
If I recall, there was also Sword in Swamp, so he's going to get Master Sword before long.
Skull Woods, yeah.
Or Skull Woods. What is it?
I get it mixed up because of SP and SW.
Yeah. Now Aaron going to get his life lesson from Zora here in a minute, and Panda going to be turning his purple chest for nothing.
Yeah. And doing the same. You can actually leave the purple chest behind, like a screen away, and go check Hype Cave. I usually like to drop it. If I'm going to check Bombos Tap It, I like to drop it next to the wall and just run over to Hype Cave if I've got boots. Saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, it makes sense on that one. So now it looks like Aaron's going to be heading back into he's probably going to make the play on Skull Woods at this point. Or maybe not.
Yeah, he hasn't been into Thieves Town yet.
That's true.
Now that he's got his sword, it's maybe looking to defeat it, because blind, anything you can damage blind with, all does the same amount of damage. So fighter sword is no better or worse than a gold sword.
At best, it's the later swords are slightly longer, but not enough to really throw you off unless you're very specific on how you route or how you fight blind. So it's not a big enough issue there. So getting the compass early on. Meanwhile, it looks like yep, Panda's gonna be checking the Bobo's tab as well. Gonna find out it's just nothing but bombs there. While walking through, I'm going to take this opportunity to say, if you guys are enjoying these runners so far, please give them both a follow on Twitch, AaronDobbe, and of course, ThePanda1016. And of course, shout outs, of course, to our restreamer Zelnus, our tracker Corinth, and of course, myself and my co-commentator Flaffykins. Please give us a follow. Awesome group of people helping put this tournament together.
Okay, and AaronDobbe's just picked up his bow now. And yep, looks like fixing to go back and finish the rest of Thieves Town. It doesn't have... That's got a fairly healthy life bar. Got blue mail. No reason not to.
Yep, the only thing that's going to stop him from completely full clearing it is a lack of hammer, because you can't check the big chest without it. But if the map is in the big chest, then that won't be an issue. I know that we found the compass already. So I'll have to see what else we can find here. And where is Panda going? Oh, he's probably going to make the play on Hobo.
Yep. And from there, probably either do the pyramid to catfish check or go to pod. Got the bow. Doesn't have the hammer, but you don't need that to complete all the chests in there before Helmosaur.
And he can always go back and finish Eastern and clear that out real quick. There's still one item in Eastern.
Yep, that is true.
It looks like he's following in Aaron's footsteps. He's gonna do the pyramid and catfish check. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And chat brings up a good point. We are 42 minutes into this run, and neither of our runners have yet to complete a single dungeon.
Right. But once they get started, they'll probably start completing them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to that point soon as well, especially with what Aaron's doing right now.
So with the current equipment, the things that are currently completable are Blind, Skullwoods, and Ice Palace, and Eastern Palace. Oh wait, never mind. Ignore me about Ice Palace. I always forget about the hammer. Never mind.
Come up until right at the end, you know?
Uh-huh.
So indeed, Aaron going to start his fight on Blind. 9 hits, no matter what sword you have, like I said earlier. So with the mirror shield, it should be a little easier because he can block a few of those shots here and there. So that'll make it a little easier for him to take him out.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Panda taking the play on pod. Very quick fight there from Aaron. Nicely done on Blind.
Very good looking.
And there's 50 rupees. I believe that's all of the items, so that means the map was in the big chest. So that's a full clear.
Yeah, that's always one of the worst items to go back and get, because it's one item, or one chest for one requirement with the hammer. Words.
Yeah. But thankfully we won't have that problem here, so that's going to save him a little bit of grief.
And looks like he might be going to Skullwoods now. Yep.
Yeah, makes sense now. He's got the means to take it out, and he'll get his Master Sword in there too, which will make him happy.
Yep. Definitely make Mothia a lot easier.
And Panda finding another sword upgrade in Pod. So
Oh,
he's got
wow.
his Master Sword now.
And trying to remember where AaronDobbe got his sword. It was Waterfall of Wishing? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was where it was, Waterfall of Wishing. So if he goes back and checks that, he'll be able to get Tempered Sword. I kind of get the feeling that's not going to happen, though. That's a bit out of the way.
Mm-hmm. It is 2 chests, but sometimes if you don't get it early on, you have less justification for going out of your way to get them.
There's the big key. Good time to find that right now. So he'll be able to check all the items here. And remember, unless we get our 3rd vanilla item in a row and find the hammer in here,
oh god,
probably
don't jinx them.
I know I'm jinxing myself, aren't I? But unless that happens, he's not going to be able to full clear this dungeon either. So he's doing a lot of double dipping in this run.
Mm-hmm. I don't think double dipping in Pod is not too bad because usually, like, by the time you get to the big chest, you're already going to you already want to go back to the beginning of the dungeon to make the play on Helmsor. So it's a matter of just like getting back there.
Oh, there's the Tempered Sword! 2 swords in Pod!
Jesus.
This means more than likely Aaron is going to have Butter Sword before long, because he's eventually going to have to go to Pod, and he's going to find both those swords.
So these bosses aren't going to stand much of a chance.
No, they are not. Wow. This is not the biggest payoff I've seen from Pod, but this is certainly not a bad one.
So Butter, Blue Mail, they've got silvers. As soon as they can get the bosses, they're dead.
Yeah,
and they're fairly healthy. Yeah. Oh, chat makes a good point. Pod is a pendant, so if he keeps on getting items that lead him to crystals, he might not go there.
That's true. That is very true.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to ignore Pod with 5 items, but it really depends on. And it looks like he didn't find anything progressive there, so the progression's somewhere else.
Yeah, he's pretty much cleared out Pod, so he's going to turn around and finish off Eastern. Unfortunately, Aaron had a little trouble there in Skull Woods, taking a death.
So interesting. So Aaron might not get Butter. We'll see. We'll see. Looked like that was an intentional death because he's low in health.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, he was falling into a hole over and over again.
He's having a little more trouble here too. He's trying to rack up on hearts while he can.
This is the absolute worst room in the game.
Yeah, I know. I've seen many of these 2 rooms always give some semblance of trouble.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason for it to be that bad, but it just is. You watch other people go through it, and you're like, what's so hard about it? And then you go through it, you go, oh, I understand now. I'm sorry for saying stuff.
Alright, so Aaron now going into the fight with Mothula. He's got some magic, though. He's not going to be able to use it. He's going to rely on his sword strats a little bit there, so we'll see. Now, remember, Mothula, there's a little bit of a programming thing. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's just something with programming, but basically, if Mothula touches those spikes, he does not take damage. If you hit him into the spikes, he does not take damage. But thankfully, Aaron had no trouble with that. Very nice kill on Mothula. And there's the big key.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and the reason for Mothula not taking damage is because spikes do gold sword damage. So if you knock enemies into them, they do level 3 or level 4 damage. And that would make Mothula super easy if it took Gold Sword damage. So it just doesn't take anything. So that's working as intended, even if that's a weird intended.
Yeah, I think they fixed that in the GBA game so that the spikes don't take as much damage. Thus, they made Mothula actually vulnerable to it.
Mm. And we've got our first crystal on Panda side.
Yep, Panda taking out Eastern Palace, getting crystal number 5 there. Finding them, Aaron finding the map in that last chest, so he's going to have to check that big chest on the way out since it's got the last item there.
Yep. And if Panda decides to go finish off Desert, then he'll have the 5-6 crystals, which will let him get into the Pyramid Fairy.
I'll definitely, I get the feeling that the logic's going to lead him that direction because that's a very easy setup for 2 items. I get a feeling that's going to come into play.
It feels super important usually, but it is still only 2 items.
True, but then again, it only takes 1 to make the difference. There's the flute in the big chest.
Oh, wow. We got access to Mire area.
Yeah.
So we may see Aaron pulling a double on Mire area, finishing up Desert Palace wise there.
Makes sense to me. And plus, this kind of puts Aaron in a good advantage here because now he's going to be able to travel to places a lot faster. And I get the feeling that this is going to be a little while before Panda heads to Skull Woods, though I don't think it'll be that long.
Yeah, because he built on it early on, probably because of weapon and heart and mail situation, but he'll definitely going to go there sooner or later.
Anyway, everyone stand for the Link to the Past Randomizer National Anthem. Get your swag ducks in chat, ladies and gentlemen, because as one of our chat did say a while back, the goose is loose! And surprisingly enough, Panda did check the Waterfall Wishing, so he has Butter Sword.
All right, so we got a Butter versus Master Sword right now. And ooh. Oh, Aaron going to 5. Looked like he wanted to go to Pod first, but realizing he didn't have Hammer.
He doesn't have the hammer, so he can't go in there. But he can at least finish up Eastern while he's here, since that is a crystal dungeon, so still makes sense.
Yeah. Might still lead him astray of not going to Pod, which is... it's nothing needed there, but still, you'd like to see him go in to get those swords.
Yeah, coming out with Butter Sword would certainly make his life a lot easier. It's certainly going to help for Panda, because he's going to have a much easier time with Mothula having Butter Sword as opposed to Master.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, Panda now rushing his way through Skull Woods. Again, he's already checked most of the other chests. He's going to tap. Hopefully, he remembers to check that big chest on the way out so he can grab his flute. Otherwise, that's going to come back to haunt him later.
If he's counting items, he knows that there's three spots left for an item, and one of them has to be the big key. So as soon as he sees big key on Mothula, he'll probably check the one below the bridge, and then immediately head over to the big key chest.
Yeah, it's been very interesting to see these runners just almost mirroring each other, or at least echoing each other in some fashion, doing a lot of the same things at slightly different times.
It happens a lot. Eventually they gotta overlap and get the same stuff. Unless they get extraneous stuff like Pod did.
And having a little trouble here early on with Mothula, but thanks to that Master Sword, doesn't take that much trouble. He's down. He gets his second crystal and the big key. Again, if he remembers to check that big chest, he's going to like what he finds. And right around the same time, Aaron picks up his second crystal, taking out the Armos Knights very easily. Actually, it's his third crystal. I'm sorry. He's got 3 now.
Yep. And that was almost simultaneous boss battle kills.
Pretty close. So let's see where he's going to go now that he's got that done. He's got a few places he can check now. And he's heading up to Death Mountain.
Interesting. Without the hammer or the hookshot, that leaves only Tower of Hera.
I'm pretty sure Panda already checked and there's not much there.
He only checked one item. He didn't go into the basement.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, they have. I would have at least considered checking Meyer, at least to see if it has the medallion, if it has the right medallion. I mean, if it's Quake, they can get in right away.
Yep. And then, but even so, with the shed and checkerboard cave, that's 3 items altogether.
That is very true. That's what I'm saying. Like, that area just seems pretty logical to check for those both those reasons.
It's 3 items plus information.
Panda now picking up his flute over in Skullwood, so thankfully he did remember to check that chest. And as DT points out in the chat, yeah, there's also the ability to complete desert while you're there.
Yep.
So there's even more of a reason for that to have been the right play. So, and again, if there's that big of an opening, the logic tends to tell you to go that way. But instead, Aaron's going to instead go through the tile room. So he's probably going to go have his bathroom break while he waits for these tiles.
I don't know. The reason for this might be that access to here was pretty early, and technically with the, well, I would say with the fire rod you can get into the basement, but I don't know. Actually, he wouldn't have been able to beat Moldorm.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to beat Moldorm with it. But let's see. Maybe this is the right play. We'll see here in a second when he lights these torches.
Well, this has got to be the big key.
True. So he's gonna head upstairs, check the items up there. And he's probably
hoping it's something good because the basement had 20 rupees, so it's only going to be 1 item up here.
Yeah, and he's probably hoping beyond hope that it's not Moldorm who has that last item.
It wouldn't hurt because it's a green pendant. He's probably going to finish Moldorm while he's here anyway.
That's true. Sahasala might have something. I've seen it happen before.
You, as chat's asking, totally finish Tower of Hera for green pendants. If you're in a green pendant dungeon and you're looking for items there is, and it's as close to as quick of a boss as Moldorm is, there is no reason not to finish it. Unless you are really bad at Moldorm and spend half an hour on it like I have.
Hey, you know what? No shame. It's Trolldorm. Call him Trolldorm for a reason. Aaron only finding 10 arrows in the big chest, so that means Moldorm has to have the compass because we've already found the map. So, but again, like you said, green pendant. Sahasala might have something on him, so it's still worth to check it. So let's take on Trolldorm. Oh, and Trolldorm being trolly tonight.
Oh.
He wasn't letting Aaron have a shot.
Nope. I don't know what's worse, getting knocked off before you even take a shot or getting knocked off when he's almost dead.
I'd say almost dead, because at least if you knock him off, if you knock you off early, you're not wasting as much time. You know, it's like, okay, you got me, you trolled me, let me just take care of you. If you're at the end, you're like, I was right there! But round 2 goes much better for Aaron, getting his green pendant. Probably going to head back over to Sahasala to turn that in.
Yep. Hopefully a good item.
If it is, he'll have another distinct advantage. No, actually, he's making the play on Meyer.
Oh, yay.
So we're gonna see if it is indeed Quake for entry, or if he's gonna have to keep searching. And I could not see it.
Me neither.
He walked by. I don't know how they see that so fast.
Right? They have super eyes. I didn't see it either. I was looking at the delay, trying to see if I could catch it, but it was too fast.
Yeah. That drives.
Man, these racers. These racers are superhuman.
I'm telling you. Our tracker thinks it might have been. Our tracker Corin thinks it might have been Ether, but again, he couldn't even tell for sure.
Yeah. So probably either Bombos or Ether.
Well, we're gonna get another chance to find out because Panda's heading that way now.
Ooh.
Maybe he'll be a little more generous and let us see what it is. Bombos!
Okay, so definitely they don't have the medallion for it.
Nope. And of course, we found the bug net in the Meyer shack.
The most important item.
Oh, yes. And Aaron now making the play on Land Molus, and it looks like Panda's right behind him.
Yep. Decided to do Land Molus first before checking Checkerboard Cave.
Yep, and he's going for Silver Stratch, which makes sense because the Silver's one-hit kill.
Mm-hmm.
Nice 2-cycle there. Nicely handled. Of course, there's the map. We knew that desert was already cleared, so that's nice. But he still gets his next crystal there. That gives him 4 crystals now for Aaron.
And access to the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, so that might be something he checks later on once he gets through here. And he was about to head over to the Checkerboard Game, but he realized, oh yeah, I have to go back to the Dark World to get to that.
Yep. I try to check stuff in a certain order, and if I change that order at all, it messes me up.
Yeah, I can imagine there's a flow that you have to have. And only a bomb upgrade there in the Checkerboard Cave, so looks like we're back on the hunt now. Where do we go next? Honestly, at this point, they've got flippers, they've got fire rod. Oh, they still need the hammer. Where is the hammer?
Ice Palace is open. It's not where you want to find the hammer, though.
It's not, but I don't know where else they could go. They don't have the option to go anywhere else. I mean, unless it's in, I think they can't do. They need the hook shot for Swamp. Yeah. Unless that's also in vanilla.
Oh god, if they find that first chest available in Swamp having the hammer and then hookshot being vanilla, that would be bad.
I'm almost getting again. I'm starting to get the feeling of this. Is this even randomized at this seed? Because I almost have a feeling that both the hook shot and the hammer are the hook shot's going to be in vanilla location, and the hammer, though it's not going to be in pod, it's going to be in one of those places you don't want it to be.
Yeah. Oh, I just forgive me if I zoned it out for a sec, but chat's pointing out that you can't do Pyramid Fairy yet without hammer. Did mention that?
Oh yeah, because that's how you get to the Dark World from there. So yeah.
Without an Aghanim kill and the hammer, you can't get there. It's always those little little logic things, little routing things that you forget.
Indeed.
And
it looks like Panda's making the play on Ice Palace right now. So he's taking the gamble on something being there, whether it be the hook shot or the hammer.
oh boy.
It's risky, but at the same time, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. Would be to go for here. Well, there's Ether.
Not the one you wanted.
No, but it might be what they need for Total Rock. So still, good to have it now.
So someone asking for hookshot in ice and hammer and swamp behind hookshot access, you actually need hammer to get to the hookshot access parts. that first flood is you need the hammer to even get to it.
So that can't be possible, unfortunately.
It's one of those trolly things you want to happen regardless of logic. you just sit there thinking of the worst case situations. You're like, I don't even care if it's not possible. It just sounds nasty.
And Panda rushing ahead, forgetting to pick up the small key there. Kind of had to go back for it.
Yeah, this room's such a pain to get through anyway. You don't want to worry about picking up stuff while you're in it.
Sets up with a bomb jump, nets it nicely done on the second shot. Gonna have to watch out for that fire wheel, though. That fire wheel can knock you off. And he almost, I think he rushed ahead a little bit. Almost forgot to hit the button. Oh, Sir Hassela has the hammer.
Oh, nice. Nice play.
So Tower of Hair required.
Oh, he was going to pod. Is he going to continue going to pod?
Yes, he is. So he's
like
going to be picking up his swords.
This is good for Aaron.
Yes, it is. He has got an advantage now because he has the hammer, and I'm almost certain Panda's not going to be checking Tower of Hair for a while. So this gives AaronDobbe a chance to really take the lead.
Yeah, because he already sold one item in Hera, and even though it is a green pendant, having to go back in there, do the basement, get the big key, go up, figure out what other useless item Hera's gonna have, and to get the green pendant, you don't want to do that until he probably won't do that until he's got the hook shot or hammer.
Problem is he can't get the hammer until he completes it, so that's gonna throw him way off.
Yep. Oof.
It's like I was talking with you before the stream. There's always that one item, that one location that you don't think to check because you're like, there's no way there's gonna be anything. It's gonna be a wild goose chase for nothing, and it always ends up being that item that has the critical thing you need. I can't even count on both hands how many runs I've seen where that has happened.
Yep. And it's even worse if you...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's even worse when you just, if you know that location's in the back of your head, but you're justifying to yourself that you don't want to go get it.
Exactly.
Because I just had a seed where my go mode item was the flute in the very first chest in Eastern, which was accessible so early. But Eastern was a pendant. I was just like, I don't want to go there. Aaron making quick work of pod.
He's got everything he needs for it except for the hammer. So again, he can't full clear it, but he's gonna find everything he needs. And since it is a pendant dungeon, there's really no need for him to go to finish it. So once he gets his swords, once he finds all the items, he's getting out of there.
Don't think if Aaron's checked if it was a pedestal, but even so, probably err on the side of it not being a pedestal.
At this point, the logic's is not pointing him towards the pedestal, so I don't think he's going to worry about that at this point. And I just realized he can actually click. Oh no, Aaron did check pedestal. Chad is saying he did check pedestal.
Oh, okay.
And I just realized he has the hammer. He can full clear this dungeon. But again, I don't think he's. Why would he? There's unless by the end we find out that Helmasaur has an item, but I'm almost certain he doesn't.
Okay.
And
Chat
now he's
telling
got
me
his
that-
butter sword.
Nice. Chat told me that Aaron checked right before Mothula. That makes sense.
Again, there's so much going on in this raid. These runners going completely different directions. It is honestly hard to keep track of them sometimes. And that's right. I remember. Yeah, I think I remember saying that earlier. Sports Hefe. Yeah, Helmasaur has the compass, so he's not gonna have any reason to want to fight the Helmasaur King.
Right.
And there's Bombos and Ice Palace.
Woohoo.
Since he doesn't have the hammer, he's got all the items. He's noping right on out of there.
It's gonna be interesting. If he goes over to Meyer, is he gonna complete Meyer? Try to do Meyer first.
He's gonna have to hope he finds the big red cane in there in order to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, this seed has been really hinting at vanilla items here, so. And sure enough, Aaron finds the last item in pod, and he is out of there. Meanwhile, we're gonna see a play on Misery Meyer finally.
All right. And Aaron with the hammer deciding to finally get over to Eastern Death Mountain.
Now that he's got the hammer, he can check all of that, and there's at least a good 7 or 8 items there he can check right now.
Mm-hmm. And if he gets the hook shot there, he can also check an extra 3 in Dark Death Mountain Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, or I thought it was 4. I think there's 4 chests in Hookshot Cave.
There's one you can check with the boots.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, there's at least okay, fair enough. Plus, let's see maybe we can see what's on the floating island here. Maybe that's gonna be worth it. Just to be sorry, never mind.
Oh.
Aaron gonna start with the spiral cave, which, given the boots, they're gonna go through really quickly.
Yep.
I don't think we've seen anything important coming out of Meyer just yet, but we're still learning on being a bottle in the spiral cave. We can finally check Sick Kid.
Sick Kid with Ice Rod, maybe?
I've seen it happen.
Yep, that is I commentated one where that was the end for one of the racers.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
It's the race I'm thinking of. I think I saw that one.
It was it's not fun to remember such an out of the way location, and it's so early on that you leave it and you don't need to come back. Like, you may go to Kakariko, but it's not on your mind to stay in the light world long when you do.
Especially since they both already cleared Thieves Town and Skull Woods. There's very little reason for them to go back that way. Another bottle in the upper cave. There's the hook shot.
Nice.
So yeah, you called that one, Flaffy. We're gonna be seeing some hookshot cave at this point.
Okay, what else do they need? They need the red cane, and they need ice rod, and then whatever pendant T-Rock needs.
Yep. Though for Panda, it doesn't matter. He's got all 3, so that's gonna be helpful for him. But I think we're gonna find out what medallion they need, because Aaron's heading that way now.
Because Panda's already got all 3 of them. However, Aaron's still only got the 1.
Yep, and it's Ether.
Ether, ooh.
So they got Quake early on, and
Ether?
that was a red herring. No need for Quake at all.
I completely forgot where Ether was. It's been so
I think it was in
long.
one of the dungeons, but there's the mushroom. That could be interesting. Mushroom for Ice Rod?
Maybe. Was Ether an ice? I thought Bombos was an ice.
I know Bombos
Oh.
was. Oh, that's right.
Bombos was
Both
the
of
last
them were
ice.
in.
Were they?
Oh, I think so.
Okay, we'll see.
Well, let's see what the Hookshot Cave has to offer. We probably won't find much, but you never know. Could see Ice Rod, could see either of the canes. Speaking of!
Oh,
Big red cane
no.
in the Hookshot Cave!
Oh, and just as Panda's leaving Meyer and realizing it's not in there.
Oh,
wow.
No. Can I call him or can I call him, folks?
And that actually gives Aaron access to T-Rock if you wanted. Oh wait, no, never mind. He doesn't have the medallion. Blah.
Doesn't have the right medallion, yeah. And he's probably hoping the Ice Rod is not there.
Yep. Maybe going to Ice Palace?
I think that's where he's going, which he's going to like what he finds there.
Yep, probably had a mishap with the checking or which location you want to go to because the 80 is closer. I've definitely fluted to the wrong spot many times. Clicking one over.
Yeah, and unlike Panda, Aaron can actually complete Ice Palace because he has the hammer. So he can finish that. And apparently, I guess Panda found the magic powder in Meyer because he's going to the Bat Cave.
Yep. It was a little overshadowed by checking out what's in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah. East Death Mountain in general, I think. But nonetheless, he's going to check the Bat Cave and he gets... There's the Ice Rod!
Holy crap. Oh, goodness.
So with that, we're in commentators go mode.
Yep, we know where everything
we know where all the
is.
required items are.
Oh, yep, Ether was the first one in first chest in Ice Palace. So first chest in Ice Palace, Ether, last chest in Ice Palace that Panda could get to was Bombos. That was both of his Meyer and T-Rock access points.
Yeah, what are the odds of that? And where is Aaron going? Where's Panda going? No, he's not doing what I think. He's not doing what I think he's doing. He's going to Aghanim!
Oh no, he doesn't have the hammer. He wants to check the Pyramid Fairy. Oh
no! Oh, this is not good. Oh, poor Panda. He does not know.
Oh, go back and do Tower of Hera, buddy. Oh god, and with Hookshot being in East Death Mountain, it wouldn't even lead him over to Hera.
Yeah, the few things
this
he
is
would
looking
want
the
to
best
go to
for
Hera. The few things he would want to go back up to Death Mountain to check Tower of Hera are on Death Mountain.
Yeah, there's only 2 items up there.
Yeah, he needs the green pendant to get the hammer, and the hook shot's on the East Death Mountain, so he needs the hammer to get to it. Oh, this is good. This is almost heartbreaking to watch.
I pray for a quick Aghanim.
Yeah.
quick tower, quick Aghanim. Give him 0 blue balls. Have one of those. We've seen one of these in the tournament so far. Please give him one of those.
Oh, this is almost hard to watch because you know it's not gonna pay off, and yet he's gonna do it. Oh man. I mean, at best, what we could expect to find in the Fat Fairy Cave is something like Cane of Burna, Half Magic, Red Mail.
Half Magic will help.
Half Magic would be nice, but it's not going to be a progression item. It's just going to be an optional item at best. He's not going to find anything he's looking for.
The worst would be, I don't know, Shovel. Leading him to just another fetch quest. At least Shovel's quick to check.
True. Oh man. Yeah, this gives AalronDobbe an incredible lead because he's already finished more dungeons at this point in total, and he's gonna end up finishing a lot more before Panda catches up.
Yep.
Though, as the chat points out, this is a rare sight we're seeing here. A Buttersword Silver Aga 1.
Yep.
With
Also,
Riot Shield.
Yeah, almost completely fully upgraded. Also, something I never realized from playing Rando and not playing Vanilla, that maiden that he spirits away was actually Zelda.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I thought it was just another maiden. He got there and he started talking about Zelda. I'm like, what the heck? Okay.
Yeah, if you're used to Phantom Ryu, he always just goes, bye, Felicia. And now Aaron picking up his Bombos Medallion, so he is geared to go. And
yep.
He's going to eventually find that magic powder. He's going to get his ice rod. He is pretty much on his way to go mode.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. If he tries the mushroom glitch to do powderless, that could be an interesting thing. It's wouldn't really help much because I think, well, the big key in Meyer was pretty early, so.
True, but it's one of those cases where until you're in go mode, it's usually a good idea to check as many chests as you can.
Mm-hmm. So I would say he'll probably check. He'll probably go to Meyer first, checking for Ice Rod, just to get the dungeon out of the way, because that's the only thing he's looking for. And then start checking like overworld locations.
Yep.
Because he's already. Ooh, I hope he doesn't go to Swamp. I'm gonna say that now. Please don't go to Swamp.
Yeah, Swamp right now is pointless. There's really no reason to go to Swamp. So
Swamp over Overworld. Where do you search for the Ice Rod?
It's tricky, especially with this logic. Meanwhile, Panda has completed Aga 1, and the chat was saying it was only like about 4 blue balls. So not terrible, but not exactly happy about that. So he's going to take the long way, even though he probably could have just walked up to go. Oh, no, I guess he couldn't go. Oh,
yeah,
he that way.
He doesn't have the hammer, so the only Dark World access point he has is just at the starting of the castle and Thieves Town, or Village of Outcast.
Yeah, he's gonna have to use some a little change in the programming that the developers of the Randomizer put together, where you can actually take the bomb with you into the light world, and then use Aga's the castle entrance to warp back to the dark world.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's actually he has oh yeah, Aaron's missing the ice rod, and we know where it is, because the bat has it.
And the powder is in Meyer, so he may just be getting it pretty soon.
If he remembers if he remembers to check the bat after finishing up Meyer, he will be in go mode.
Mm-hmm. So trying to find the ice rod while he's doing a crystal dungeon. He'll get the powder. Maybe with both the powder and the mushroom, he'll decide to do Overworld next, rather than dip into either Swamp or Turtle Rock.
And Fat Fairy Cave giving both the red mail and the Cane of Burna.
Nice. Wow. Nothing to be mad at, except you were looking for progression, and that's the reason you defeated Aghanim.
Yeah, he probably feels like, well, I just wasted all my time there.
Yep.
I mean, it was nice to have, but that's not what I want.
Yeah, the only thing you wanted when doing Aghanim at that point was the hammer. And unfortunately, that's not where it was.
Just one place to check, and he's not thinking to check it.
It's just, you don't want to go up. You don't want to go back up there. Death Mountain is such a long climb for anything.
Yeah, but the question is, how long can he go until he realizes that's where he's got to go?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Ooh.
no. I think the chat's right. He's going to swamp.
Ooh. He can only check the first item.
This is almost hard to watch, I'll be honest. Knowing where he's got to go and knowing he's not even thinking of going that way, it's always the hardest thing to watch.
Definitely. Because after this, what does he have left? He's got to go up to Hera after that. Is there any out-of-the-way spots he hadn't got so far?
I'm trying to think, but I can't think of anything major he has or anything specific he hasn't checked yet. He's definitely running out of options.
Did he go up to Catfish?
I believe he did, yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, he probably went up there, when he got the waterfall wishing. Yeah, he checked King's Tomb as well.
Meanwhile, Aaron's working his way through Pod right now. Still hasn't gotten the powder yet. I didn't see where it was, but I think we're going to be finding it pretty soon.
Powder was in Big Chest.
Ah. Makes it easy then.
Oh no, Panda just got his first bottle. At least the sick kid does a quick check.
That's true. I don't think we've seen a sick kid check, have we?
Ah, boo! We had a pun in chat.
Aww. Well.
Sick kid is bottlenecked.
Oh, that's terrible, DT. Come on, dude. Come on. I'm a fan of bad puns, but come on.
Oh no, he's thinking about where to go now. Come on, you bailed out of Hera. There's only one item.
Oh, wait. He's heading to Death Mountain. Is he finally making the call?
Yep. Had to realize that's where he needs to go. Had to think for a second to remember where it was.
Aaron now picking up his magic powder for the big chest. Oh. Mm-hmm. Again, the big play here, the big call here is going to be whether or not Aaron decides to check the Batcave. If he does, he is in go mode.
Yep.
But if he forgets, this could be Panda's chance to catch up.
Yeah, definitely. Forgetting to check fetch quests, he could decide to check for the Ice Rod in Swamp or T-Rock. Both of them are fully accessible except for Trinex. So hopefully he decides to go overworld running before doing dungeons.
Panda cutting it a little close there at the tile room. That tile was just inches away from him, and if it hit him, it would have knocked him out of his invincibility state. Oh, Ron's doing the perfect joke. That's why you don't play as grandpa. You're likely to get lost.
Oh, no.
While we're talking about that, I do have to give a shout out to the amazing randomizer community creating all of these different custom sprites. Of course, you see Aaron playing as Marissa from the Toho series. And there's a whole bunch of other choices you can make, even some based on some of the community's members. So like almost 40 different custom sprites with more on the way. If you guys are interested in trying Randomizer and you want to try some of these cool sprites, you can do so on the Randomizer webpage. So definitely consider doing so and showing some love to these great creators.
And what are your guys' favorite sprites? Oh, and Aaron just completely decimates Vitreous while I was trying to say something. Rude.
Wow.
I personally like the maiden because it's not just a maiden; it is a mini blind. Because when I get hit by a bunny beam, I get turned into a mini version of blind.
That is very clever. I like that. Yeah. Some people are saying Kirby, Dark Ink, Dark Link, Wireframe Link, Purple Chess, and yeah, there's also the Maple Queen based on our fellow community member Sakura Tsubasa. Very awesome.
Yep, it's very pretty.
Oh yeah.
All the sprites look pretty much super amazing. And some of them like mess with you, like the wireframe Link is it's so trippy to look at.
Yeah, and it's Aaron turning his mushroom, and yeah, Ole is like, "Thanks for bringing me this powerful mushroom. Here's $1 for your trouble, Sonny. Get out of here."
Those are some. Oh, where is he going? No, you have the powder.
Oh no!
No, you have the powder.
No.
Swamp isn't the answer.
Oh.
No!
Oh, no! He did not
Well,
tell that he's going to swamp.
Now it's Panda's turn to get some time caught up.
Yeah, this is Panda's chance to catch up, especially since he's got Butter Sword going into Moldorm, takes him out very quickly. Yeah.
And Swamp is such a long dungeon to full clear.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This race has been nothing but hurt, and watching these two runners just making calls that normally, by the logic, tend to be good calls, but in this case, they're so wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. It's really coming down to where Panda will go after getting Hammer, because it depends on where he's going to go look for the hook shot. Is he going to look for the hook shot in Swamp, or is he going to look for a hook shot in Death Mountain?
I think I would say checking Death Mountain no matter what would be the smart play, because you have so many more item potentials there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Swamp has a good amount of items, you know, with 6 unique items, but, you know, you've got like 7 or 8 in Death Mountain.
Yep. Let's see, there's 8 with Paradox Cave and Spiral Mountain, and then with Boots and Darkwold Death Mountain access, assuming you don't have hookshot, that's another 3 plus the floating island.
Yeah, pretty much.
And deciding to go finish Ice Palace.
Okay.
Did I say Spiral Mountain? I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I can see the idea behind this. You know, it's easy to get to. You've already cleared out all of it. You just got to get to, you know, Cold Stare and finish them off. So I can understand that. Also,
this is the mountain that'll pierce the heavens.
Zelnus, as a fellow Gurren Lagann fan, I must thank you for that. Thank you.
Boy.
That is one of my all-time favorite anime, so thank you for the reference.
Oh, I can't even think of anything that could be in Swamp. Though, well, there's a boomerang.
Yeah, boomerangs. That's about all we're gonna find in here is the boomerang, because we know where pretty much everything else is. I think the only other item we're still looking for is the cape, which we've got the Cane of Burna now. We don't even need the cape.
Cape, blue boomerang, and shovel.
Yeah, that's about it. This is going to be a complete waste of time for Aaron, and that's what hurts so bad.
Yeah. The hurt has transferred to the other side.
Yeah, heart piece, 300 rupees, nothing there. Ooh.
Now, I don't know if Panda got the third item that was in Ice Palace or not.
I think he did get everything out of Ice Palace. But nonetheless, Aaron is now taking on Argus.
Mm-hmm. It looked like he didn't go left side, unless I was not paying attention.
Oh, Aaron, please don't go back in. Just defeat Argus and go. You're not gonna find anything here.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Oh man. There's the map. Probably only tempting him more to go back in and check.
It's definitely interesting.
Yep. Oh, he's going back in. Oh.
This is definitely Panda's race to catch up.
Yeah, Panda has a golden opportunity here. If he can take advantage of this, he will unknowingly have taken the lead because of this one major error by AaronDobbe.
Yep.
Yeah, again, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, hopefully once he finishes this, he'll go to Overworld and not go to Turtle Rock.
Oh, that would be so painful if he unintentionally has to double dip Turtle Rock because he thinks the ice rod's there.
But hopefully he remembered that he just turned in the mushroom and it switched over to the powder, so he's got the powder.
Hopefully. I got a comment on Ron in the chat here. Ice Rod deciding a race again. How exciting and new. Yeah. This is not the first time we've seen this happen where the Ice Rod made the difference.
The Ice Rod being the absolute trolliest item. Most commonly trolly because the only requirement it has is defeating Trinax. So
it could literally, with the exception of being on Trinax himself, it could literally be anywhere. So that's what, it's one of those items you really hope to find early on so that you don't have to end up like this.
Oh no, and Ronsby points out that he's got the riot shield as well. That makes Laser Bridge easy. I have seen Ice Rod on Laser Bridge before. It hurts.
Panda now turning in his mushroom for his 1 rupee. I'm sure he appreciated that.
Where's he floating to? He's floating to 1. We are gonna get a go mode here pretty quickly.
Yeah, we are. Panda is gonna get his hook shot, and he will, and then not long after that, he'll check Hookshot Cave, get the cane, and he will be in go mode.
This is a race, folks.
Yes. I honestly thought Aaron was going to be the one to hit go mode first, but it seems, unless he's going right now to the bat, it's looking like it's going to be Panda. Let's see where Aaron's going. Wait.
3. Oh,
he's going to 3. This could be. Oh no, he's checking Sick Kid first.
Oh, remember that you got the powder, buddy.
If he remembers he has the powder, folks, we have a race right now. Because. Though right now, no, where's he going? No,
where is he going?
Turn back!
Oh no!
You have the hammer. You can get to the Bat Cave. Turn back! Oh man.
Peg Cave.
Peg Cave.
Oh,
you know what? If he goes to Bat Cave after that, he might be fine.
Oh, there's also Thieves' Big Chest, but I don't think they might have got all the items.
Yeah, they got all the items. There's no reason for him to go back to Thieves.
Okay.
Because
AaronDobbe and the Panda both giving us heartbreaks and heart attacks.
I'm telling you. Oh, they're gonna wonder what the heck was going on when they watch this VOD later. Only 5 bomb upgrade in the paid cave. Okay, you're here. You know what you need to do. Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's doing it.
So
we've been on the edge of our seats this whole time.
So Aaron's gonna make his way up to T-Rock, and while Panda either going down to do Mystery Mire or going up to do Turtle Rock.
Indeed, but ladies and gentlemen, AaronDobbe is officially now in go mode! And he's got a very distinct lead here because all he has left is Turtle Rock. Panda still has to go back and finish Misery Mire.
Yeah, left it has a big key, so just has to make the run up to Vitreous, but that's still running down to get a boss or running up to T-Rock.
And considering he's right here, he may just go straight to Turtle Rock after getting the key. So
it's whatever you decide to do. I don't know which one's quicker. I guess. I don't know. It's debatable, I think.
Yeah. It's going to come down to a few things, but yeah, at this point, I'm seeing the lead going to AaronDobbe right now because he's right here at Turtle Rock. It's his last crystal. He'll be able to go straight to Ganon's Tower after this. Like, it's his race to lose. And being able to go mode Turtle Rock is going to make it especially easy for him.
Yep. I still have not figured out how to do it. What with the keys and the big key and stuff.
Indeed.
And the Panda1016 is now in go mode.
Indeed he is.
Picked up his big red cane. Just like a minute or two behind Aaron.
Give or take, depending on how long it takes. It looks like he's going to go to Mire first. I think he's going to figure get that one and then hit Turtle Rock on the way to Ganon's Tower. Not a bad play to make.
Doesn't need to check any medallion requirements because he's got them all.
Yeah, this has actually been a really exciting race this time. You know, some races you can just tell who's going to win right away because they just make the right calls, they make the right gambles, and they just dominate. Here, it's been back and forth the entire time. We have not been sure who was going to win at this point up until this point.
Yeah, we definitely thought Aaron had a really big lead, but then he didn't check powder for a while and gave us, heart palpitations.
No kidding. But nonetheless, this has been enjoyable. And if you guys have enjoyed, I'll take this opportunity to remind you guys, if you're enjoying these runs, make sure you give both these runners a follow on Twitch, AaronDobbe and Panda1016. Very awesome runners thus far. And of course, another shout out to our restreamer, Zelnus, our tracker, Corinth, and of course, my lovely commentator, Flaffykins. Make sure you give all these people a great follow on Twitch.
And definitely also my co-commentator, The Shades.
Yes, thank you. You'll actually find me on YouTube. As you can see there, the links are in the chat at this time. So make sure you guys give all of us a follow. Very cool. And big shout out to everyone in the randomizer community and speed gaming for making this race happen. This has been so much fun to commentate since I started doing this.
It's fun. Everyone's welcoming and helpful. And even if you're new, even if you don't know what you're doing, they want you in the community. They'll give you everything you need.
Yes, I when I first started getting involved in the randomizer races and doing these commentaries, they welcomed me with open arms. They gave me no trouble at all. There's no troll. There's no serious trolling. No elitism, which is something it's rare to see in communities like these. But even some of the top guys have treated me with nothing but respect and have been awesome to work with. So definitely consider joining this community. They will welcome you easily.
Yeah, I had top runners, and I finished my first seed in 4 hours, and they're just like, so happy for you. They're like, yeah, that was good. I'm glad you're having fun and all that stuff. Oop, and now we're seeing another Vitreous. Shouldn't be too hard with the silvers.
Yep, almost got caught by the lightning there, but he got right in that safe spot there, and quick takeout of Vitreous. Very nicely done.
Ooh, vanilla big key and T-Rock. That is something that I've seen many people skip, that chest right there, if they're in go mode. And it can be the big key, which you need to get to try next. Alright, Vitreous down for the Panda. He's gonna go up to T-Rock now. It's down to execution at this point.
It really is. It's that's all this comes down to, is how do these runners execute these next few moves. The only bit of randomness left is the Ganon's Tower. There's only a couple things left: the location of the big key, and of course Trolldorm 2, maybe a little bit from Aghanim 2, but that's after that. It's all down to execution. But at this point, I don't see. Yeah, I don't. At this point, he's in go mode. Yeah, all the runners are in go mode. I'm pretty much almost certain Laser Bridge isn't happening this round.
Yep.
Which they're probably appreciative of, because nobody likes Laser Bridge, even if you do have the mirror shield.
This chest right here is a key, and there is a key on Laser Bridge. So we're gonna see a little bit of Laser Bridge. Hopefully, it won't be the last one he checks.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, that'll be his luck, right? Now Panda making his way over to Turtle Rock. He's going to be jumping in here soon. So they're not super close to each other, but they're not exactly too far behind each other either. So this, the right calls by Panda could come back to save him from this race. This race is far from over here. There's the key, second one in, so he is done out of the Laser Bridge and on to try next.
All right. And not going for the safety room.
Well, given the amount of health he's got, and given the fact that he's got at least blue mail, he might feel like he's comfortable where he's at. He's got a pretty decent amount of health. I
know for me, I'm a bad shot, so the magic requirement is a worrisome.
That is true. They do not have half magic, so which would be funny.
But he's got butter, so
That's
3
true.
hits with butter. As long as you can land one shot.
That's true. With Butter Sword, it's a lot easier, and this means he's going to try to go for the quick kill on Trinex part in Phase 3 here.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen pulled off much. It looks difficult.
But he pulled it off.
And he did it.
And that's the compass, so that means AaronDobbe is on his way to Ganon's Tower. Folks, you know what time it is. There's a tradition we like to do around here. There are exactly 22 chests, or 22 item locations inside of Ganon's Tower. Where do you think the big key is hiding tonight? Flaffy, what's your guess?
I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna guess the fire bar room, the fire snake room, sorry.
Ah, okay.
Those are 2 different rooms.
Yes. I'm gonna guess the hookshot room, upper right chest.
Of
course, the trolls in our chat always tile room. You know, it's funny. I've seen that happen. It was one of the last runs I commentated. Was one of our runners took a gamble on the tile room early, and that's where the big key was. Needless to say, he won that race. So let's see. Chest number 1 says Rupee. No key, so he's gonna have to go left side.
Okay. And we kind of glossed over it or didn't notice it, but the panda had a very nice chain chomp room. That room is not easy.
No, it is not. Those. There's the bloomerang on the torch.
Bob lives.
Bob lives today.
No reason to get that.
No, not at this point. Hell, there's only a few runners that I see even use the boomerangs by this point. Though there are a few that do use it in Ganon's Tower. So let's see. There's the shovel. Key, and here comes my chest, my pick. Nope, small key. No, go for me. I was one off! Son of a... Ah, dang it, I was one off.
All right, that was, what was that, 8? Or
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 7.
7.
That's
7.
number 7.
We had one guess for 7.
Yeah, we had a couple.
Youthful Porpoise.
Guesses for the 7. So yeah. Oh man, that is. That seems to be a thing for me. I always call it one off. Like even if I go by number, I'm always one off.
What you gotta do is you gotta guess in your head first, and then change the number from there.
I guess you're right. I have to start doing that. Also, sorry if I blew out anyone's eardrums there. I am known to project very loudly, and sometimes I can get a little too loud for my own good.
It's okay. It's just enthusiasm for the race.
Yes.
Love of the game.
Having a sensitive mic doesn't help either. This is what I get for having a condenser mic. But anyway, back on track here. Aaron now running through the gauntlet. Given the gear he's got, shouldn't give him too much trouble. Even the BMO statue shouldn't be too much trouble thanks to that mirror shield. But these stall childs can be pain.
Does the mirror reflect the lasers from BMOs?
I believe they do. I know in vanilla they did.
Oh.
I don't know if they've changed that or not.
See, I always have a problem with BMOs. This room. I got stuck in this room with... I'd already killed both enemies, and I was just stuck in this room with the BMOs.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened.
And the fact that you can't destroy them makes it so much a pain. I was very happy that in Hyrule Warriors you could actually blow them up with a bomb.
Yes. I think even Skyward Sword had them. You were able to defeat them. Certain ones, I think.
Yeah. Alright, working on land mode 2 now. Having a little trouble with the arrows, but he's got Butter Sword, so it won't take him too much trouble to take these guys out.
Yep, looking clean so far. Getting that quick Wizrobe kill, always so satisfying to do, satisfying to watch. Just, I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, the execution on that. Oh, couldn't quite get the second one there, because you can, if you're good enough, you can hit the 3 with the Samaria block, and then hit the 4th one at the same time with the sword. Couldn't quite pull that off. Meanwhile, Panda now working on Trinax. Couldn't quite get him before the ice came down, so unfortunately he had a little trouble with that, but at this point I think he's got it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Aaron now working up his way, just about out of this, and heading off to Troll Dorm 2. Will he be as trolly as he was the first time?
Hopefully not.
We shall see.
No checking any of the chests. Doesn't want anything else, even the red mail.
And we know where the red mail is, so he's probably figures at this point, if I'm gonna, I'm not gonna find it at this point. With a run and a stab, down goes Troll Dorm, no trouble at all. Very nicely done. Will he check the validation chest? No, he will not. Run his DQ.
At this point, what more could he want? Actually, for this room, I want the cape. I would have checked.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Okay, and as AaronDobbe reaches the top, the panda is entering Ganon's tower. And nice slashes with the music. Always enjoy those.
Kind of got a bad sub there. Couldn't quite get anything out of that. Maybe you can get something here. Let's see. Yep, there he goes. Takes down Agatu with no trouble. Nice. Now it's time for the big pig. And he's got a good amount of health. He's got blue mail, and he's got the butter sword with silver, so he should have no trouble whatsoever. This should be a really good fight.
Yep. Probably gonna be no hesitation going in. Nothing. And talk about slugs. Panda getting his big key. Making the climb.
Yep, shouldn't have too much trouble going through there, but it looks like this is, again, like I said earlier, this is pretty much Aaron's race to lose. Because unless he gets knocked off by Ganon at this point, he should have this pretty safe. Yeah, this was definitely not a case of these runners making, egregious errors. They did their best. They found everything as best they could. It's just sometimes you just have that one call that just does not pay off. And that's what we had here.
And even sometimes they'll have done that in a race before and it didn't pay off. So they want something else to happen.
Past races can sometimes come back to haunt you in more ways than one.
Yep. I think that's 3 shots so far?
Yeah, it was 3 as far as I can count. So that means there's the 4th. That's it. So once Aaron enters the door, we will have our official time here. But GG to AaronDobbe, an amazing race. This has been absolutely fantastic to watch. And AaronDobbe will finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 49 seconds. Very nicely done, Aaron. GG, sir.
All right. And I think with this win, it... Correct me if I'm wrong. It puts a 3-way tie for first, possibly?
Yeah, that was what we were looking at before. So, yeah, we have a 3-way tie for first place in their group.
And that's going to be amazing. It's going to be a three-way race to figure out who's going to be first and second, I believe.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, we have a 3-way tie between Panda, Aaron, and Lou Dolphin to determine who is going to be moving on in their bracket. So this was exactly what Aaron, he was fighting for his tournament life here, and he gets to hold on just a little bit longer. Now, normally we would try to pull these guys in for an interview, but we're going to forego that here tonight because these guys actually have another race going on almost immediately after this. So we're going to let these guys get ready for that instead. But definitely big time GG to Aaron. Very nicely done. It's been an amazing race to watch thus far.
Mm-hmm. And while we're here, while we still got you, go ahead and follow both of our runners. And follow our commentators, me and the Shades, and our lovely tracker, Corinth and Zelnus, our restreamer, who without our restreamers, this would be a very boring tournament.
Yeah, the thing, yeah, you hear us, you see the runners, so you guys know who we are. You guys always appreciate what we do, but a lot of times the trackers and the restreamers, they don't get a lot of love because you don't hear their voices, you don't see their work in action for the most part. I mean, you see the trackers clicking the icons and stuff, but those guys are the unsung heroes of these streams. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We wouldn't be able to keep track of all this stuff. So definitely make sure you give those guys the love they deserve and give them a follow as well. All of these guys, fantastic people. And that goes for all the streams we do. We've got 8 different channels doing these randomizer tournament streams. We've got the main channels, Speed Gaming's 1 through 4, and we got the secondary tournament on Randomizer Mania 1 through 4. So if you are enjoying Zelda Randomizer, rest assured we've got more than you could ever ask for on these channels. So definitely make sure you follow all of those channels as well so you can keep up with all the action. And of course, if you miss any, there's VODs all over the place. The Speed Gaming YouTube channel's also got plenty to go for. So, if you miss a race you wanted to see, there's plenty of time. And actually, it looks like we have at least a little time for one interview here. So I'm going to see if we can get Aaron in here real quick.
Oh, cool. Nice. And Panda having a nice Aghanim makes his way into Ganon. So not far behind at all.
Yeah, and looks like Aaron will be joining us shortly. We actually there was a minor miscommunication there, but apparently there was originally, we thought there was going to be another tournament they were doing tonight, but apparently that is not happening. So we will be able to talk with these guys for here. Aaron is coming in here just a second, so we can chat with him about how this race went for him as well. Meanwhile, Panda about finishing up with Ganon as well, so we should probably be ready to bring him in as pretty shortly ourselves once we get that going here. And Aaron, GG, my friend.
Hey, hello, thank you.
And just as you're coming in here, Panda's actually just now finishing up his Ganon fight here. So,
wow, yeah,
Aaron, GG, my friend.
Yeah, pretty close race then.
It was. You guys, it was back and forth for a while, but you guys cut it close there at the end.
All right, and the Panda1016 has finished in second place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 16 seconds.
It was. You guys, it was back and forth. So, Aaron, how are you feeling after that?
Oh man, I was convinced I was behind the entire time.
It was hard to tell for a while for both of you guys who was in first.
Yeah, I bet after like learning where the last few items were. That seems to happen when like 4 things you need are in one dungeon.
Yep. And it's definitely us knowing where all the items are. We knew where the ice rod is way before you did. We're just waiting for you to go there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
An elusive ice rod, I swear.
It's always that one. It's that one or the cane.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Whoops, my bad. I didn't do anything.
You heard nothing.
Behind the scenes.
But yeah, you guys just everywhere. Like it was hard for us to keep track of where you guys were going half the time, because we would be watching one of you and the other one would suddenly have found a whole bunch of stuff. So that, like, ooh, what moment did, like, what? I'm trying to remember, because this race was so intense. At what point did you feel like you might have finally figured out where you were going?
Finding the sword. My first sword was I can't even remember where I found it, but I found I think it was the waterfall cave.
Yep.
Like I was completely confused and unsure of where to go until I got a sword. And then only a little bit more confused until I found the hammer. And from there, I pretty much knew what I was doing.
Yeah, the defining moment, I think the point where you cemented your lead for the most part was when you actually made the play on Tower of Hera and got the hammer from Sarhasala. Yeah. Up until that point, we weren't sure where to go, but as soon as you found that, you were just gone.
Yeah, the hammer was big. Like I felt really good about finding that, like, early enough. But even after that, towards the end, like I was getting concerned about like coming up completely empty on everything, like hitting Swamp Palace and finding nothing. But even then, like I felt a lot better the further I got up Ganon's Tower and not seeing the dot done, and like, wait, maybe I've actually done this.
Indeed, you did. And actually, your opponent here, Panda, is actually in the waiting room, so we might want to bring him in here so we can ask him how he's feeling right now, because I'm sure he's feeling just as overwhelmed as you were after that race, especially how close you guys cut it. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, because Panda took a while to get to the Tower of Hera, and I think that's what inevitably cost him that. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that did Aghanim. Actually, he actually took a play on Aghanim.
Oh wow! I was considering that for the longest time, but like kept putting it off because I thought I had something that was a little more attractive. Yeah, I almost did that.
Yeah, so
Panda, GG, my friend.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hey, GG, sir.
GG to you, sir. Claiming the title of Aaronist Aaron today.
Yes, that's true. I set my file names in commemoration of this glorious occasion.
So Panda, how you feeling after a close race like that?
I felt better. I gotta tell you, I didn't really like that scene.
Aw.
Oh.
I can imagine.
I gotta say, you did pretty amazing. Finishing just was it six minutes behind Aaron, and you went to Aghanim where Aaron didn't, so that's not bad.
I had managed to convince myself that was where the hammer was going to be. Just because that was such a weird way that. And then as soon as that wasn't it, then I convinced myself that, it must be in the first chest in Swamp Palace, because that would be another jerk move.
Yep.
Did you go to Aghanim to open up the Pyramid Fairy location?
I did.
I was considering that for the longest time. I came so close to doing that. I think at 2 or 3 different times while I was looking for the hammer.
There was a moment where I had 4 options left, and it was first chest in Swamp, kill Aghanim for Pyramid Fairy, go to Ice Palace, and Tower of Hera. And I ended up going to Ice Palace, found Bombos, which sent me over to Misery Mire, which of course sent me to Bat, which gave me the Ice Rod, which was a dead end. Then I went into Swamp, got the bottle, went to Bottle Kid and got nothing, which was a dead end. Then I did Aghanim first, and then finally I went up and did Tower of Hera and got the green pendant and got the hammer.
Yeah, we were watching this, and by the time you had gone to Aghanim, Aaron had already found the hammer, so we were just sitting there screaming at you, like, go back to tower. But to be fair, we were then turning around and doing the same thing to Aaron when he finished up Meyer, had the powder, and didn't check the bat.
It took him a little while.
Mode item.
Yeah, I was really hoping he'd forget bat because I figured that was my best chance at that point.
It's just I hadn't forgotten the bat, but swamp was open.
I will say this. That was the reason why this race was so close, is because he forgot to check bat. Otherwise, he probably would have just ran off ahead of you. It would have been over and done with. But because he forgot to check that, you had a chance to catch up, and that's how come this race was dang close. And that was fun for us to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think the worst thing that I did was I went in to Tower of Hera the first time I was up on Death Mountain when I had no weapon.
Yep.
And I saw the red rupee in the basement and got the key, so I knew the big key was past the tile room. So I knew it was a huge time investment for not very many more items to go back to Tower of Hera. And if I hadn't known that, I probably would have gone back there sooner.
Yeah, it was probably better that you didn't, because you could have used the fire rod to go down and get the big key to go up and get the last item before Moldorm. But it's probably good that you left it there, because it would give you that item plus green pendant to think about. Actually, at that point, I think that was all you had left.
Yeah, that was literally the last place I had was green pendant at that point.
Yeah. God, green pendant being what you need, just worst.
That's always the biggest pain, is that one out of the way item you don't want to have to deal with, and that's the one you need. I swear, I was telling this to Flappy earlier. I've seen so many races where that's where it comes down to, is that one place you just don't want to deal with, and it has the one item you're looking for every time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were just 2 or 3 different times where it was down, like there were only like 3 or 4 choices, and they were all equally bad choices.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Him or me making any one of those choices differently could have made a 10-minute swing, a 20-minute swing in either of our times in either direction.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty much what happened, is that, yeah, it was a swing here and a swing there. It was back and forth between you two until finally, like I said, Aaron finally got his ice rod, and he hit go mode just before you did. And by that point, he'd only had Turtle Rock left. You still had Meyer.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I figured.
So how about that completely vanilla Power Gloves and Mirror?
Yeah, those were fun, huh?
And I think for both of you, is just a bottleneck to exactly that one item for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was one of 2 cases, I think, where you went into a dungeon without something I needed to finish it, and then found it there or nearby. The other case being finding a hammer at Sahasrahla right outside of Palace of Darkness.
Yep.
Because I was going there either way, but it's oh, hey, now I have a hammer. I can actually go everywhere now.
We're definitely happy to see you go into Palace, because we're thinking you might not go in there because there were other places to go, and Palace of Darkness didn't have any progression at all.
Not
it just
at all.
had 2 swords.
2 swords is still pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't really feel terrible about going up to Tempered when I went to Palace of Darkness, because I think I did that pretty early.
Yeah, you definitely did.
But like I said, man, sometimes it just comes down to those, I got to go to one of these 4-place decisions, and sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also, one thing we should comment on is I'm looking at the in-game times for both of you. Less than 4 minutes difference between you two.
Yikes.
Yeah. But still, I got to say, that was an incredible race, guys. I was so happy we got to commentate this one for you guys, because this one was so much fun. Though I will warn you, if you go back and watch the VOD, I apologize in advance for being a little loud sometimes, because Chat will confirm with you. I kind of blew out their eardrums a couple times.
Well, see, let's just say it's a good thing that I wasn't on commentary because I was probably much louder than you were. And I'm pretty sure in much less acceptable language.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But still, GG to both you guys. Fantastic race. Folks, if you enjoyed these guys, make sure you give both of them a follow on Twitch. And again, shout outs to our tracker Corinth, our restreamer Zelnus, and of course myself and my co-commentator Flaffykins. All of you guys, thank you guys so much for an amazing stream.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks you guys for commentating. Thanks, like you said, to the tracker and to the restreamer. The unsung heroes, and to everybody that came out and watched. And I know I got a couple of supporters in the channel. So, video game trivia guys, I love you.
Indeed, you guys have been awesome. But then, thank you guys so much. We hope we're going to see you guys. Keep your eyes peeled on all of our channels for more awesome Randomizer tournament action on Speed Gaming's 1 through 4 and Randomizer Mania 1 through 4. Follow all those channels because that you can keep track of everything. But until then, on behalf of everybody here on the Shades, and as I always like to say, rock on, guys.
And I'm Fluffy, and good night, everybody.